Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of FSI's PGA Preview. We are breaking down the Workday Championship Round 2 DraftKings slate. Round 1 was pretty fun. This is an unknown course at the Concessions for this WGC, and you saw a little bit of both. Some really low scores and some really outrageously high scores. Lots of water, lots of sand. Guys are, getting in their distances early on in this golf course, and it's really showing. I think the scores will get better. There's some gettable holes. There's some of these par fives are easily accessible. I think some eagles and some birdie opportunities are going to increase as these guys get a better feel for the course. This was their first time around, and I expect some pain, coming around this second time around too. So I think we'll have another mixed bag of outcomes here. Guys off the tee that are really gaining strokes off the tee and on the approach. A lot of tee to green is my focal point heading into this second round, and then probably throughout. Guys that are hitting the ball in the fairway, hitting the ball on the greens, excuse me, that are just striking the ball at their best. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are putting well, but putting is not something that you take in account for all four rounds. It's maybe on a round-to-round basis, you can kind of foresee somebody continuing to putt well, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's get into the picks. We're gonna break down each tier. 10K, we have John Rahm at 10-7. He shot 4 under today. Second off the tee. He's third tee to green, 6 ball striking. John Rahm's going to continue to go up. He's going to continue to shoot low numbers. This is kind of like a good John Rahm course. He's been labeled as a bomber, but what John Rahm is really good at is, gaining strokes off the tee, gaining strokes with those wedges, with those short irons. I really like John Rahm to continue to do better. His putting's only going to continue to improve, and when John Rahm's putter is on fire, he wins. And the ball striking indicates that if his putter heats up, he's going to win this tournament. And I'm going to be invested in John Rahm and Tony Finau at the top at 10K. He shot 4 under as well. I mean, say what you want about Tony Finau not being able to, close, Mr. Runner-up, but in DraftKings, especially for Showdown, we don't really care what position he finishes in until we get to round 4. So for second round at 10K, a guy that's gaining strokes off the tee, 13th, he's fourth ball striking, seventh on the approach. I love Tony Finau in this type of format. You don't have to worry. You don't have an outright bet on Tony. So, if he's going to continue to card birdies and no bogeys, just keep plugging him in your lineups. There's no reason not to. He hasn't shown any slowing down in his game. 9K range. A lot of talk about JT. But I just wanted to say this, as my own hot take here. He hasn't been the same since his grandpa passed away. I think he's battling a lot of internal mental issues, and I think it's leading to some inconsistencies in his golf game. Yes, his approach shots are really good. He's never going to lose that aspect of his game, but his putting is atrocious, and his short game has really fallen off the map. The chipping, it's like he's just like I don't want to say yips, but like it's attached to his golf game. It's like I've never seen JT play this bad around the greens. So until I see some of those things continue to get better, he didn't even gain any strokes off the tee today. Very bad around the green. Until I see those things kind of change, I'm going to continue to fade JT. A lot of people are going to tell you that, he's second in approach, but the tee to green ain't there. So I'm going to continue to back off. I do like Victor Hovland at 9.5. He shot 1 under today, 13 at the approach. But my favorite play in this price range is Rory McIlroy. Shot 3 under. The Rory's back. And the putter, if the 6-footers start falling for Rory, it's we're going to see one of those 8, 9 under kind of rounds from Rory. 3 under today. He had some bogeys, and I think he had a double as well. But the third off the tee, 7th ball striking, 4th tee to green, 9,200 core play. Going to play a lot of Rory McIlroy tomorrow. Tyrrell Hatton had 2 under at 8,900. He played really well. Started out the round birdie. He really got off to a really good start. I love Tyrrell Hatton. Webb Simpson shot 600 today. He was 5th on the approach, but he was a lot of it was with this. It was just a typical Webb Simpson round. Approach, tee to green, putt really well, and he loves coastal courses in Florida and on the East Coast. So this is right up Webb Simpson's alley. Really wish I had him in one and done instead of the pick that I made earlier in Classic. But Webb Simpson 8,800, really solid play. Brooks Koepka 8,600, 5 under. A lot of decent numbers. 20th on the approach, 18th tee to green. He's not really priced like his numbers though, and the putting is what he survived on. I think Brooks Koepka might be a fade for me. Sanjay M on the not fade list. Really like Sanjay M. 15th on the approach, 10th in ball striking. He shot 400 today. His putter's rolling really well as well. Joaquin Niemann at 300 today at 8,400. 7 to green, second around the green. The guy, he does really well on these par fives. Joaquin Niemann, you're going to get locked into a 2 to 3 birdies around based on just par 5 scoring. And I think that's really solid for 8,400. That's a good floor. Cam Smith, 408K. Cam is playing out of his mind. I think the one round that he had, I believe, at the Farmers where he missed the cut after shooting 600 on the first day, I think that's just a blip. And Cam Smith is way underpriced at 8K. I think you can lock in Rory, M and Cam Smith, or like M or Neiman kind of builds for me, and then maybe take a stud in a 6K, or I round out the 7K range. That's kind of like my strategy heading into tomorrow. Sergio Garcia in the 7K range at 7,700. First tee to green and first ball striking. That's really cool to see Sergio Garcia back into some really plus ball striking numbers. 4th on the approach, the 5th off the tee. He shot 5 under. Didn't really kill himself with the putter today, and that's pretty cool to see. Sergio, not really consistent, so I'm really gonna take it, easy into how many Sergio builds I have. So just take that for what it's worth. Sergio can, win you tournaments or make you lose them pretty quickly. Kisner, decent play. Probably another core play is Matthew Fitzpatrick, 6 under, 6 on the approach, 2nd in ball striking and 2nd tee to green. I really love Fitz. He is a Bermuda putter, Florida golfer, and he played well at the Genesis. He's played well in this first round. He's playing really well. I'm just gonna keep playing him until he breaks me. Fitzpatrick, Rory, these are some core plays I'm mentioning here. Kokrak, another guy I like for GPPs in the low 7K range. 6K, I only have 3 golfers I like. Sebastian Munoz at 6,800, shot 3 under today, 3rd in ball striking, 8th on the approach. Victor Perez at 6,600, he shot 3 under today, 3rd around the greens and 20th tee to green. And David Lipsky at 6,200, 2 under, 21st around the green, 28th tee to green. My sleeper in the classic picks. I'm really proud of that. Hopefully Lipsky can continue to make me look good on that pick. All right, well, that'll do it for round 2. Thank you for listening in. As you can tune in tomorrow for the weekend and Showdown round 3 plays. It's going to be a fun weekend for this WGC event, and looking forward to that. And you can find us on our Discord channel. You can find that link on our Twitter handle at FSI_DFS and find us on FSIDFS.com. So thank you for listening, and talk to you again. See ya.